Writing variant equals document ID equals 58241. Imagine knowing the exact date Earth will die. Not the end of humanity, not the collapse of civilization, the actual death of the planet itself. Sounds impossible, right? But here's the strange part. Earth has almost died before. In July 2019, an asteroid called 2019OK raced past our planet. Scientists didn't spot it until it was almost gone. If it had struck Earth, the explosion could have rivaled a nuclear weapon. And that's when a terrifying question appeared. What if the next one isn't a near miss? NASA estimates it would need roughly a year of warning to stop a planet-killing asteroid. The plan sounds simple. Launch a spacecraft. Smash into the asteroid. Change its path. But what happens if the threat isn't coming from space? What happens if the countdown has already started? Earth wasn't always the blue paradise we know today. For billion years ago, it looked like a nightmare world. Supervolcanoes erupted endlessly. Meteors slammed into the surface. The atmosphere was toxic. Life seemed impossible. Yet somehow, against all odds, Earth transformed into a thriving oasis filled with oceans, forests, animals, and eventually us. But here's where it gets weird. Humans have only existed for about 200,000 years. That's less than a blink in Earth's history. We arrived during an unusually stable climate period, a period that allowed civilizations to rise, technology to flourish, and billions of people to survive. The question is, what happens when that stability disappears? Because the first signs may already be here. And that's not even the craziest part. Over the next century, Earth's future could become far more dangerous than most people realize. Temperatures are expected to rise, not by hundreds of degrees, just a few. But here's the strange part. A small change can trigger massive consequences. Longer droughts, more extreme wildfires, stronger storms, food shortages affecting millions. And that's only the beginning. Fast forward 200 years. Humanity could reach nearly 9 billion people. More cities, more demand. The survival of civilization may depend on technologies that don't even exist yet. But what happens next changes everything. 300 years from now, humanity may become a Type 1 civilization, a species capable of harnessing nearly all the energy available on Earth. Sounds impressive, yet even that might not be enough. Because the real threat isn't human. It's cosmic. Jump ahead 100,000 years. One of the largest stars in our galaxy could explode as a supernova. Its light may shine brightly in Earth's daytime sky. At nearly the same time, massive supervolcanic eruptions could reshape entire continents. Suddenly, Earth begins looking eerily similar to its violent past. But here's the twist. These disasters aren't the biggest problem. The greatest enemy has been beside us all along. The sun. And that's when the countdown becomes impossible to stop. Because the next chapter isn't about surviving Earth. It's about surviving the death of Earth itself. 600 million years from now, the sun will grow hotter. Slowly, relentlessly. Oceans will shrink. Ecosystems will collapse. Complex life will disappear. Only the simplest organisms may remain. And this is where it gets weird. The force that gave Earth life becomes the force that ends it. 800 million years into the future, even those remaining life forms may struggle to survive. Then comes the final stage. Nearly 3 billion years from now, Earth's surface could reach temperatures around 150 degrees Celsius. No forests, no oceans, no animals, no humans. Just a lifeless rock orbiting a dying star. But wait, what about aliens? Black holes? Gamma-ray bursts? World-ending weapons? For decades, people have imagined countless ways Earth could vanish overnight. Yet most of them are far less likely than the slow cosmic ending already written into our future. And here's the shocking revelation. Humanity cannot physically destroy Earth. The most powerful nuclear weapon ever detonated, the Tsar Bomba, was unimaginably destructive. Yet it would take roughly a quadrillion bombs of that scale to completely obliterate the planet. So the biggest threat isn't our weapons. It's time itself. But that leaves one final mystery. If we know Earth will eventually die, what should humanity do next? Stay and fight for every extra year? Or become a species that no longer depends on a single world? Because one day, Earth will take its final breath. The real question is whether we'll still be here to witness it.